Welcome back to another Duckin' Around. If you notice beneath me, I do not have a white bike. Nope. It's a red beastie. Yes. It is a 2014 Ducati Streetfighter 848. Yeah. Oh, it's dirty. So, we'll get started. So this is a 2014 Ducati Streetfighter 848. It's beautiful. It's got 132 horsepower, 80 foot-pounds of torque compared to Tigerlily, the 696, which has 80 horsepower and 50 foot-pounds of torque, which quite a bit of a difference. This also comes with adjustable suspension front and rear, unlike the Monster, which had, I think, just adjustable suspension in the rear. We're also going down to a little place down in San Diego, I think it's in San Diego, that does adjustments. That's Sandy. That will adjust the bike to your weight and everything, riding position, all that fun stuff. So that should be exciting. We're riding through Pioneer Town right now, which is a super fun road, but it usually has a lot of cops, sand, and during the summer, rattlesnakes, which is kind of exciting. Mr. Orange, not in a bad way, but he will pick them up and put them off the road if they happen to get stuck. Alright, okay, sorry, back to the bike. The name of the bike is either going to be Jean-Luc when it's not scaring the shit out of me, or Nero when it is scaring the shit out of me. Because it's kind of a scary bike compared to the Monster. It's also water cooled. The 696 was air cooled, which is, it's not that much of a difference when riding the bike. It's just, I guess, difference maintenance wise. It's different on the hotter days when you can't really get stuck in the same place for too long, but I guess there's more that could go wrong. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's my first water-cooled bike though, so that's exciting. My first bike was air-cooled, and then Tigerlily was air-cooled. So there's also a big difference in the newer Ducatis. I mean, this is a 2014. Tigerlily, the 696, is only a 2009. But the service interval is a little bit longer on the newer bikes, which is cool. Most people are kind of, Ducati sucks, the maintenance is so short, you gotta do it. And it's like, no, guys, like, that might have been the case 10, 20 years ago, whatever. Not anymore. Alright, so the service interval on the Streetfighter is every 18,000 miles it needs like a valve, it's 15 or 18, but it needs a valve adjustment or check, just a general checking. The 696 Tigerlily, you need to do it every 7,500 miles. Quite a big difference. So if you guys are looking to buy a Ducati and you're super worried about that interval, just do your research. Check that out. They're not cheap bikes. The services aren't cheap though. I remember the first service on Tigerlily was about $1,100-1,200 bucks, and it did need a little adjusting in the valves. I could look at the paperwork and tell you, but I don't know for certain which ones it was. So another ginormous upgrade with this bike is the Ducati traction control system and the quick shifter. We'll get to that in a second though. So the Ducati traction control system, you can set it. I'm pretty sure you have to be, I don't know if I haven't messed with it yet because I'm still afraid of this bike. So I don't know if you can adjust it while moving or if you have to be at a standstill. But it has 8 different levels with the most traction control and the least traction control in ABS. It's set to DTC 3 right now, and I don't know, I'm too scared. I don't want to change it from what I'm used to. So we're just going to leave it until I get more comfortable with the bike. The bike's also a little too tall for me. I should put a lowering kit on it. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of want to talk to someone. who's professional and understands everything about putting that on a bike. Because you hear horror stories, and I just don't want anything to happen to me or the bike by putting a lowering kit on it. But if I could have just like half an inch, that would be so nice. Because I am tiptoeing all the time. It's bad. It's bad. I will purposefully pull into parking spots so I don't have to back it out. It's bad. Alright, so it's also got a quick shifter. Let me see. I'm going to find a straight. Make sure there's no one behind me, and then we'll put the quick shifter and do a little bit of fun times. The headlight on this is also much brighter than the 696. The beam pattern's also different. I mean, obviously, because it's the round headlight, and I can show the headlight in a second, I guess, but the round headlight versus the coil versus the, I guess, kind of like angular-ish headlight. It's kind of angular. Okay, we're gonna stop in the middle of the road like smart people, and we're gonna do the quick shift to the stop sign. All right. Okay. 1, 2, go. Look at that! Nuts! Amazing! You know what would have been terrible right there is if a chippy just pulled right out. That would have been awful. Just awful. That would have been a ticket for sure. I don't even know how fast I was going. We're just gonna blur that out. I was totally going the speed limit. See, tippy toes, guys. Tippy tippies. But I always wanted a Streetfighter. I guess we should talk about what happened to Tigerlily. That is not Tigerlily, by the way. That is not Tigerlily. Well, we'll eventually talk about Mr. Orange. So, Tigerlily. Yeah, I've had Tigerlily for like 5 years. She is an awesome bike. 30,000 miles on her, solid, bulletproof. Okay, so I had to replace the engine, but I don't think you can't, that had nothing to do with the bike. That was improper installation of a sprocket. It did. Not by Mr. Orange. I just need to say that. It wasn't his fault. Anyway, so the chain went through the engine, had to replace the engine. It was an ordeal. Definitely an ordeal. There was an incident with the kickstand switch up in Oregon when I went to Dreamroll, but again, I mean, you know, that was the bike's fault. But electronics fail, nothing is permanent. And then the last thing, I'll insert in a picture here. Someone either intentionally, well, I guess it was intentional regardless, but someone either targeted me or the bike and cut my main wiring harness. I'll put a picture somewhere. There'll be a picture, you can check it out. There is powdered sugar and oil because I had a box just sitting next to the garage of powdered sugar and oil. Don't ask, it's my mom's fault. Hi, Mom. They cut the wires, they cut themselves, they bled all over the bike. Okay, that makes it sound more extreme than it was, but they bled on the bike. They couldn't get it started, or they just wanted to mess with it. And then they poured powdered sugar and oil all over it. I got it fixed though. It's been, everything on it works. I've ridden it a couple 100 miles now. But yeah, Tigerlily is just, it's time for her to find a new home, you know? I mean, now that I bought this bike, boy, should I have bought this bike? I don't know, this bike is scary. But the brakes on this bike, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not using them right now, but like, oh my god, the front brake is amazing. Anyway, so that's what happened to Tigerlily. It sucks, because that bike, the bike probably could have gone, it probably still can. Like, whoever buys it, I swear that bike could go for like 50, maybe 100,000 miles. That would be awesome if someone could get it to 100,000 miles. I did want to turn it into a dirt bike. Mr. Orange has said no. I don't have the technical skills nor the knowledge to do that. This is Pioneer Town if you guys have never been. Well, it's over there, but those are the Sawtooth Mountains over there. There's usually sand here. It looks like they paved the road though. That's nice. So, This is the new bike, guys. Right now it's Jean-Luc because it's not very scary. It's a fun bike so far. I've only had it maybe 3-4 weeks. I like it though. It's a fun bike. It's scary. It's taller, it has way more power, way more torque, everything than the 696 has. But it's such a fun bike. Here's Pappy and Harriet. I'm totally gonna miss how easy the 696 was to like maneuver and just mess around with because I can put my both feet on the ground. I don't think I'll be winning any barrel rolls if they try it out. We'll see. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut it out. Hey, horses! Hi ponies! I'm gonna cut it out now. Maybe the next video we'll be getting the suspension work done, and then a few weeks, months, whatever, in April I'll be heading to Bates in the Dirt, so that should be fun. I'm borrowing my friend Kat, CRF. So we'll post more, and hopefully I'll like get more riding done because it's getting warmer. I hate riding when it's cold. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk about Mr. Orange's bike another time. But as a sneak peek, guys, it's a Ducati. Alright? Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
She calling me.